Good morning. If this is your first time catching one of my videos, this is Adina. I am a mom, a wife, dog mom, an entrepreneur, an athlete, triathlete, and just kind of a regular person figuring out life every day, one day at a time. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about taper week. I know I used that word yesterday in my stories, and I actually had someone ask me, like, what is taper week? What does that mean? So if you are new to the sport of triathlon or any endurance sports at all, you'll see on a training plan the week or two before an event, they call it your taper period. And it's basically a time for you to let your muscles kind of regroup. If you're training for an event, you've been putting in long hours of, in my case, swimming, biking, running, strength training, and it takes a toll on your body and your muscles get tired, right? Like the whole point is you're working it up to have enough endurance and energy to make it through a long event. So, my event is going to take close to 7 hours on Saturday. But the thing that you need to do at the end is give your body a little bit of time to rest and get ready for the event. So, and they call that the taper. And what happens is you kind of slow down your training. You slow down, decrease the volume, and take out some of the strength work. Still do some, you've seen me doing like some core work and some really light, just muscle maintenance work, and continue to swim, bike, and run. So that way your body kind of keeps up with that. And it's a little bit of mind training, a little bit of muscle memory, and just to keep yourself going, right? Well, the week before the race is, for me, always the hardest week because you have this big decrease in volume, so that way you can get your body ready. And for many athletes, it's a time where you kind of go crazy because you're used to all this intense training, and then you take it away and we're all like, where's our training? I need my swim and my bike and my run and my weights, and I need all that. And it's a smaller amount of time for your actual workouts, and it can really get in your head. But that's really good mental training for a race as well, because you need to always be able to get somewhere in your own head to keep yourself going. 80%, maybe 90% of endurance racing is in your head, just to keep reminding yourself that you can do it, to take one more stroke, to pedal one more time, to take one more step, to just pick that run up one more time. And if you can work on that mental part, you're going to make it. You're going to get to the finish line. And so this week for me is always a big mental game. Just kind of taking the training away that we thrive on and continuing along with your life. And also kind of feeling, for me, when you take all that training away, I start to feel kind of the aches in my muscles because they're repairing and they're getting ready for the big event. So definitely feeling some of that this week already. And obviously the most important thing is to stay on track with nutrition, because you need the right amount of fuel to actually complete your race. And of course, there's a lot of information. People hear all the time about carb loading and, oh my gosh, yeah, I need to eat pasta every day at every meal, for a week before my race, which is not true. It really depends on the race that you're doing. You'll be seeing my nutrition is pretty much the same this week up until Thursday and Friday. So starting tomorrow, I will start to do some different things with my nutrition to prepare for hydration. It's supposed to be really warm this weekend. And then also to do some carb loading to make sure that I have some extra reserves. Even though being kind of a larger athlete, I'm not a tiny person, I always kind of have some reserves, but you really do need those kind of fresh reserves and energy to get you going. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the week. And the tough thing is, usually I schedule myself a massage, and I had a massage scheduled actually for yesterday, Tuesday. And the massage place was unable to open, and my massage got canceled. So I was really kind of bummed about that. I'm really counting on it actually in my plan, and I didn't find out that it was canceled until Monday. So unfortunately, I made a mistake. Even experienced athletes make mistakes. I made a mistake with my schedule. I didn't rearrange my schedule, and I really should have gone for a swim this morning, but by the time I realized it, it was too late to fit that in. So it's okay. Like, the most important thing to realize when you get to this stage is you have already put in all the work. And if now you're at the point where you are resting, that's the most important thing that you can do. And it's totally okay to miss a training, because the most important thing you need right now is rest, and just making sure that your body is ready. So enough rest and recovery, focusing on nutrition, and then getting mentally prepared for your event day. So I hope that clears up some questions you may have about what a taper actually means. If you have other questions about it, maybe that I've been doing this for well over 7 years, so maybe I forgot what some of the questions are that people ask when they do their kind of first taper, if they've never tapered before. So if you have any other questions, feel free to slide into my DMs and ask away. I'd love to share. Thanks for listening.